I think we'll probably all agree, the story with Fiji has been such an amazing one and part of my life, and they gave me chiefly status in Fiji, and it's a place that I'm going to always come back to, and I'm missing already. I miss the pace of life, I miss the love from the people. And so to have a challenge like that, to have something like that next, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
And so I'm enjoying continuing my professional development, meeting people like you, and we've got other friends that I've met here in New York that have been quite incredible, spending time with other organisations, and the moment you stop learning is the moment that you'll start failing. And that's the journey I'm on at the moment, and I'm picking up some consultancies here and there and doing stuff. And when the next challenge comes that really, you think you can make a difference, then I'll take it. But I'm in no rush at the moment. Didn't know who the new coach was going to be. So rather than think, I've got to try and impress him and get as fit as I can, they just waited. They just sat and waited, and they got unfit. And I came, and the first fitness test that we did, I won. And I, as a 42-year-old, that shouldn't be happening.
What, you beat all the boys?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, we've got a bit of work to do here. But I saw the love on the training field and the excitement they had to play the game and their athletic ability. They didn't have any fitness at that point, yet their athletic ability and understanding of the game got them to a reasonable position in that first tournament I was in charge, and I hadn't picked the team and selectors had. And then we started from fresh, and we had a team for 6 weeks where we worked them really hard and were positive about everything, and had that rule that I would never ever say anything negative for those 6 weeks, and all I asked was their best effort every day. And we then went on to win the tournament and beat New Zealand by a record margin. And at that point I knew, do you know what, I'm going to make sure I enjoy this journey, and we're all going to enjoy this journey because this is kind of fun. And I also felt that we've got so much potential.
Did you use mental training or performance enhancing psychology?
So in the traditional sense, no, we didn't. In our own way, yes, we did. So in the mornings we'd have a lotu. In Fijian it means church service, and I'm not particularly religious, but I'm spiritual, and the boys in the morning would have a collective prayer where they say, look after each other today, let's have a good day, hope we do. They'll sing a song together, and then we'll have a hug and we'll go to breakfast. And it was 10 minutes. Now, a psychologist may say that that's not formal, but it's a togetherness that we have at the start, and it reminds everybody about being grateful and being humble. And at the end of the evening, we'd have another prayer that would be, look, everyone's in one piece, we've had a good day, thank you. Sing a song. They might look at a Bible reading and use it to then carry a story about rugby or life. And then we'll have another hug, and we'll go to dinner. And in dinner, we'll be using our hands, and we'll be passing the food over, and we'd be doing stuff together. And I think that is a form of psychology, and I think that there is a meditation involved in that. And so no, look, we did some goal setting and stuff like that's formal, but I never ever sat them down in a meeting room. Anything we ever did would have been cross-legged on the floor, having 10 minutes, having a chat. And so we did it in a different way, and I think psychology is all about getting the right buttons and using it in the right ways, and there's no way I would have been able to have sat down and talked about the mental rehearsal in other channels other than on the field with them. And they did some cues, we had some tells, and like I say, their non-verbal body language stuff, their emotional intelligence is so good.
Is it true you went unpaid for many months because the Fiji Rugby Union didn't have any funds?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I went for 6 months unpaid. First day I got onto the island, they said, hey, look, just one problem. We're not going to be able to pay you. I thought, this is a journey that I thought we'll just carry on going to. And so, yeah, I put petrol in the minibus to get the boys to training. We helped out with various other things, and that was just the way, and I didn't want that story to leak out. It did. And I guess it let the players and the public know that I wasn't there for anything other than helping everyone be better. And we've talked about this off air, but I think sometimes you feel like there's a journey that you're on that you haven't got a say in. That I was there to help, I was there to serve them, and I think that helped get that point across. Because in professional sport, it's often about paychecks. It's often about the coach being in charge. And my ultimate goal as a coach is to make myself redundant so that the players are in control and they're in charge. And you want to not go to work and for the workplace to be an amazing place that's working brilliantly without you. That's your end goal, and so I work everything towards.
Yeah. Just to kind of give people the full picture of the story of those who don't know. So you went from starting your career there, not even being paid, and now you have a plot of land, and you're a chief in Fiji. Just tell us a bit about that so that the viewers understand.
I started off, you're right, and wasn't sure what was going to happen, and previous coaches that had lost tournaments would, the house could be stoned by supporters that were fanatical about wanting to win. And I'm lucky that I had some success. I had an amazing group of players and a management group around me that were beautiful people. I got to the point where everything was successful at the end, and the Saruen province that I was living in decided to give some land. So got three acres, some beach and some rising up into the forest, and we'll put a yoga and a surf retreat there, and obviously employed the local village, and then profits will go back into the village and be our chance to me stay connected with Fiji and also hopefully help on a very tiny level.
Me personally, just hearing you speak, it just totally humanizes sporting success. Like, I'm listening to you speak and I'm just thinking, I don't feel like we're talking about sport. I don't even feel like we're talking about achievement. We're just talking about being human.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful to see that being the source or the under